Okay, chapter number 3 here, we're talking about the array. Okay, what is an array? Everyone know what is an array? You heard this word before, right? Array, the term. So what is mean by array? What is the use for array? Okay, in the previous semester, C or C++, array used to store a list of data belonging to the same data type, right? Let's say you have integer array. So a list of data that is integer data type. Okay, of course not integer, you can have a double data type, you can have a floating point, you can have a string, right? So this is an array. Array is definition for array is a series of memory location that allows you to store the same data. Okay, data type, the same data type value. Okay, so this part we will not go through the details. So now we in this one, the Java, if you forgot how to use an array, what is an array? Okay, everything you may need to go to this appendix file. Appendix file in the notes here. Appendix file for your own reference. Okay, just in case you forgot what is an array. Okay, single dimension, double dimension, right? Okay, move on in Java. Okay, overview. For overview, the array it will be look like this. Okay, let's say we want to create one array called my list, new double 10. So I have 10 elements here. Okay, if you have new double means that you're going to create all double data types. Okay, all double data types. Each of the individual column here we call it as elements. Okay, the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until 9, this number we call it as an index. Okay, and index 5 means that here. Right? The name my list, what we call is a reference. The name for this array we call it as a reference. Right? Now here for example, okay, for example, let's say I would like to create one integer array. Okay, for integer array, can someone let me know how you do it in your C, INT? Maybe the array is called numbers. Okay, numbers. How to declare this array? Bracket, right? Okay, in this bracket, and I believe that inside the bracket you're allowed to put in the numbers. Right? So 10 means 10 elements, right? Okay, now so index is always start from 0. So this is in your C programming, but in the Java we do it differently. Okay, we do it in this way. But basically it's the same. Number is an identifier name. Right? This one is a name. The 10 we cannot put it inside the bracket. In the first part we call it as a declaration. Declaration means that you allow you're going to let your compiler know what is this number. The number is integer array. Okay, it's just to let the compiler know number is integer array. Then after that, this new is going to create a memory location. Okay, a memory location. The meaning to say, let's say I do it in this way. INT bracket numbers. That means that I tell the compiler I have one pointer called number. Array is a pointer, remember. Array act as a pointer. So this number is a pointer will point to integer array. Okay, then now if I want to assign the value, let's say this number, how am I going to assign to the first element? Bracket 0, okay, equal to, let's say, hundreds. Okay, let's say hundreds over here. Right, so in Java, you get this error because you just create a pointer, but you haven't allocated memory location. Okay, so here, number, yeah, this one number, this number is a pointer currently point to nothing. They do not have a memory location created yet. This column, we call it as a memory location. You haven't created this memory location. You just tell that you have one pointer called numbers. This pointer currently nothing. Okay, so in here, you need to remember in the Java programming to assign the memory location by using the new keywords. Okay, the new keyword means that create this location. So new int bracket 10. Okay, this is the one to create the array. Correct? Okay, got it, huh? And inside the notes also mentioned that there is a two way to creating the array. You can put a bracket in front You can also put the bracket behind here. So meaning here, I can put this bracket behind here, right? Compiler did not say anything is wrong. Here is just a warning, not error. This warning say that you have this array but you haven't used it. Okay, you haven't used this array. Okay. Now, this bracket, when you put it over here, no issue. You still get the result. If you put a bracket in front, also same. Okay, also same. You create this array. But what is the difference over here? In one array, identifier here, there's no difference. But when you have more than one, number one, number two. Okay, in here, if I declare array in this way, number one and number two, right? Okay, numbers. Okay, number list number one, number list number two. You put a bracket means that the number one is an array. Is number two an array? Yes, number two also array. Because you say int array for these two. But when you put this bracket in here, what does it mean? Yeah, integer number one, this is an array, but integer number two is a normal integer data types. Get it? So to be clear in the Java programming, we always encourage you to put it in the bracket. When you want to create an array in one statement, if you want to create another integer, you split it out into a second statement. Don't combine it together. Okay? So always apply this syntax in your coming assignment or practical. When you want to use an array, the bracket, put it in front. Okay? There is nothing wrong when you put it bracket after the identifier name, but it still work. The compiler still compile and you still get the same result. Okay? But just a coding convention in Java programming, all the programmer agree to declare the array, we put a bracket in front. You get it? This is what we call a coding convention. Okay, here, okay, this is part what I mentioned. When you declare the array, there is no memory location is allocated. Okay, this one, number pointer is pointing to nothing. There is no memory located. Then you have to create the storage. That means that this storage, the memory location by using the new keywords. All right. So meaning here, the double my list. You can see in the diagram, my list is a pointer. This pointer currently store nothing inside. Clear, right? Okay, this part. Array cannot. Array element cannot be assigned to an array unless array already being created. Okay, array element cannot be assigned to array. Same thing. Okay, array. That means that in here you cannot assign this value to this number you assign, even though you say you already create an array called number one. But you cannot assign the numbers inside, right? The compiler will say something is wrong unless the memory location is being located. Unless you already assign these new keywords. Together? Okay? In here. Same thing, this part. Okay, the syntax to create an array, we need to use a new operator. This is a new operator. So, just example, double bracket my list. Okay, you get this. Okay, in the drawing, we say that my list is a pointer point to nothing. And we say the new, only we create the list of the elements here. Correct? Same thing as you see, right? Exactly the same as you see programming, but just this syntax. Just the syntax is different, but rules is same. Okay. Shorthand to create an array, of course, you can do everything in the same statement, or you can split it into two. Okay, that means that in here, I can say new int, done. Okay, I create an array by using this three. Number one equal to new int, or I can split it into two statements. Numbers equal to numbers one. Okay, number one is equal to new int. Okay, you can split it into two, or you can combine. Which one you think is better? Combine, right? You combine together, easier. Combine together is easier, but of course we allow you to do different way. Okay, right? Different way. You can assign first. Okay, you can declare the array first, assign it later, or you can combine it together, become one statement here. Okay, no issue on this one? Anything, let me know. Now, once the array is created, the size is fixed, cannot be changed. So, IT1, IT number 1, number 2, number 1, 3. Okay, what do you think this result print out? Okay, initially I assign this array 10 elements and assign the value 10 into the first element. Then now I change the size for array, okay, from 10 to 4. Now I try to print out the first element here. What do you think this result? You get 0 or you, is it now? Not now, this one will go through later. Will you get the answer 10? No, we'll try it out and see. You get the answer is 0. Okay, you can see the size for this array is changed, right? I changed the size, but why the note say that cannot change? Once you create this array, the memory location is always fixed. If you change it, that means that you create another one. Okay, lah? Means say, first time you have this array creating 10 elements from 0 until 9. This one we call it as a numbers one, right? This pointer I'm going to here. Okay, then continue to say new again. That means that this array we cannot change the size. You cannot add one column. Now when you create a new means that you create another new one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 elements. This array will be thrown away. Okay, lah? It's not going to say this one become 4 or make it append to 10. No, you're going to create another new one. Follow? So that's why in here, you have a number 10 assigned to the first array, then we'll say the new again, the previous data is all gone. Okay, lah? So in here meaning, once the array is being created, the size is fixed, cannot be changed anymore. Follow? Get this? Then another one to get the size for array. Of course, okay, number 1 dot this dot length. This dot length is to get the size for your array. Okay, now I assign the 10 column inside my array called number 1. Then when I try to run this num, we're going to get num1 dot length. Number 1 dot length, you're going to get the size is 10. So 10. Sometimes we need to calculate the size for the array. So size for array we're using this way, number 1 dot length. Okay, lah? Okay, number dot 1 length is a data member for this array. Okay. Okay, this is a 1. Especially when you want to use a looping. For loop for I equal to 0. Okay. This one. I equal to 0, I less, right? We try not to fix the looping. We try not to fix the looping to 10 in here. Now, why we cannot fix the looping here 10? Because sometimes when I change the array size, let's say to 20, you have to change this number. Okay, you have to change this number. In case you forgot to change number, then the answer output is not consistent. Okay, so to make it easy to do the maintenance in the future, we encourage you to using this one number dot length. Okay, number 1 dot length. Okay, using this way, number 1 dot length. So whenever you change this array, you not need to change this for loop anymore. Okay, make it more easy to maintain. Okay, this one. Okay, no other thing here. Default value. Okay, default value sum, just now mentioned that if I did not assign the value, you get null, right? Now what do you think in here? If I try to print out the answer, number 1, okay, 0. Okay, number 1, 0, what is the answer print out? I create this array, 20 columns, but I haven't assigned anything inside yet. So what is the result? Is null value or 0? You get 0. Okay, this is different. I think it's different from your C, right? C or C++. In Java, if you did not have any initialized value, by default is 0. Okay, by default 0. So in here mentioned that if this is an integer data type, you get the answer will be 0. Primitive data type means that integer data type, double data type. If you are double data type, you get 0. Integer data type, you also get number 0 there. Yeah, numeric data. Okay, long data type, short data type, or you get a 0. When this is a Boolean data type, you get the answer true or false. Okay, when this is a character data type, this is a null string. Okay, /u000 is a null string. Okay, so here maybe some minor difference compared to your C++. All right. So same thing in here for your array. Index is always start from 0. Okay, no difference. Index start from 0. If you want to use a looping, you can try to say that less equal to length minus 1, or maybe you say length no need to minus 1. Okay, like this part. So we know issue, right? Any question this one? Any question here? You let me know. Huh? Okay, follow? Okay, no issue. Huh? Okay, let's move on. Initializing the array always same as your C. You can have two ways to initialize. The first way, you initialize this way. Initializing, it means that starting you know what is the data. Okay, then you assign this using the bracket here. Okay, using the bracket. Sometimes you do not know what is the value going to assign. You may need to ask the user to key in. Then you may try to use a new double assign the location first. Then continue with the user key in. Try to use a scanner to scan into the number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on. Okay, right? Using this method always for the number already known. Okay, using this one, the second way, for the value that you are not sure at the moment. Maybe you want to assign in the future. Okay, so using the second way. Okay, using the first way, no need to use a new operator. Just now I mentioned that you always need to use a new. In here, you no need to have a new. Okay, right? Okay, no issue in here. But you need to remember, like using the first way, you cannot split it into two segments here. Just now I say you can split it into two, right? Okay, but now when you try to initialize the value, you cannot say that you create first, then only you assign. No, you need to combine together. This is wrong. You need to combine it together at the same statement. Alright? Clear? This one. And next one, this is a new for you. This code very familiar. Alright, you're going to print all the numbers, right? In here, when I run the code, you're going to get the number from 1 until 6, no issue. Okay, this part, no problem. Then another type of looping, we call it as an enhanced for loop. Okay, enhanced for loop. This enhanced for loop, how it look like? Same thing, we start from the keyword for. Okay, start from the keyword first. And next thing you need to identify is the array data types. What is the data type for the array? In here is integer, right? So it means that each of the element inside is integer. So I'm going to put this one int. Okay, int followed by any name, like say int I. This one is just a name only, right? You can put int j, you can put int a, anything. right? So here int followed by any name you like. Let's say I call it as a value. Easy to remember, lah. Okay. For each value inside this array. Okay. For each value inside this array, then now I can try to print out the value. Meaning to say, using enhanced follow, you do not need to have an index number. Okay, you don't need to have an index number. I can say that this printing. Now I try to print out the value. So we try to execute this part. It's the same. You get the number from 1 to 6. Got it? So the logic behind here, this for loop. Now assume we have a 3 item inside 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one is called number 1. For loop. You can see the for loop for int value, right? That means that you create one value. This is a variable. Okay, got it? The value is a variable. So inside the looping, first time we take this number out here. Okay, take this number here. Then do the printing, system down the print value, you get 1, right? Okay, second looping, take the second number, replace here. This one become 2. Got it? Then continue until the end. Right. Now one question here. What do you think? If I would like to change the data, if I want to change from 1 to 10, or maybe starting here, okay, starting now all 0. Okay, example starting all 0. So can I say that I assign the value number 1. Okay, number 1, not number 1, I should use a value here. Value equal to 100. Okay, value equal to 100. And after that, when I try to do the printing, I print out the number index 1. Okay, what do you think this answer come up? Which one? All 100 or 0? 0, right? 0. When you try it out and see this answer is 0, you may be wondering why it's 0. Okay, take note, just now I mentioned this int is just a copy of the value. Okay, this copy of the value. It means that the for loop, you keep assigning this number to 100. Initial array, all 0, 0, 0, 0. So you assign the 100 to here, first time, second time, third time, and so on. At the end, this number is not changing. You get that? The number is not changing. So bear in mind that this for loop enhanced for loop for you to display value only. Okay, that? If you want to retrieve the value for display purpose, you can use an enhanced for loop. But you are going to assign the number back to the array, cannot use enhanced for loop. Okay, that? This one. Okay, in here they say that the difference, you still need to use an index variable. That means that this version of looping, you still need to use this version of looping if you want to travel the array in a different order. Okay, for each row, you always start from the first item, second item, and so on. If you want to print the answer in the reverse order, maybe the first item I need to print at the last. Okay, the last item I need to print at the first. So that one you still need to use an index. You get that? Or maybe you want to change the item. Okay, you want to change the value inside the array. You still need to use back this index. Clear, right? Okay, not much different here. Okay, let's try that one exercise here. It's a small exercise. Write a program that receives 6 numbers from the user. Okay, find the largest and count the occurrence of the largest number and that. Assume now this is an input 3, 5, 2, 2, 5, 5, 5. Okay, the largest number is 5. How many times 5 appear? 1, 2, 3. 3 times, 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, so 4 times you get the answer 4 here. You can try. Okay, 2 minutes time. Copy array differently. want to try this one? Look like not ready. Okay, maybe later on I give you some break time. You can try it out and let me know the answer after this. Okay, now move on. Okay, this one I leave it to you later. Right? You can try later on. Okay, next one, how to copy the array. Okay, I change this name. M1 and 2 too long. Alright, now what do you think this output? I have one array called N1. Okay, maybe I assign all to 10 easier. All to 10, 10, 10 here. N2 equal to N1. Now I change the data 0 to 100 for N2. What do you think the N1 print out and N2 here? What is the answer? Okay, first system now order print 10. Second 100. Okay, check for your result. 100, 100. Why 100, 100? Remember just now I said array is a pointer. Array is a pointer. So this pointer is point to M1. So you have two arrays, M1 and M2. Okay, N1 array all equal to 10. Okay, N1 array. N2. You say N2 equal to M1 means that array is a pointer. This pointer is pointing to here. Okay, right? It's not a memory location. It's not a list of memory location here. No, it's just a pointer pointing here. So when you say N2, N2 0. N2 0 means that this column. So when you change this column to 100, M1 will affect also. You get that? Both number, M1 and N2 now you get the answer will be 100. See that? Clear? Array is a pointer. Always remember array is a pointer. So meaning to say this is not the correct way to copy the data from M1. Okay, this one easy, right? You just make it. But whenever you change, accidentally change, the M1 will change also. Clear? So how to copy the array? I want to copy everything. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 here, copy to number 2. Of course, you need to write a normal for loop. Okay, as you now, let's say, in this example, I'll try to look at this example. Okay, now my list 10, 20, 30, 40, right? My list equal to new list equal to my list. Okay, change 0. So this answer, of course, you get the answer will be 0 by 0. Okay, you assign this one to 0, right? So no matter it's a new list or old list, this number is already changed it to 0 by 0. Okay, right? Okay, in other way of viewing, first list, second list, when you assign the data, is a pointer point to new memory location. Then what happened to here, what we call is a garbage value. Okay, in case list 2 initially point to something, then we change the value for list 2. This data we call it as a garbage data. Okay, so how to copy the value? We need to write the for loop. Okay, the for loop. Example for loop not here. Okay, never mind. Traditionally, how you copy the value? For loop. Okay, this is a way to copy all the value from N1 into N2. Of course, the size will be same. N1.length means that you get a size for this list, array list, and assign it to N2. Then you copy one by one. This follow copy one by one. Right? Then at the end, let's say now I change the number for N2. Okay, 0. Element 0 to 100. Will M1 change also? This time will M1 change also? No, M1 will not change, right? So get this one is 10, this is 100. Okay, right? You can write your own follow to copy, or we have another way using array copy. Okay, using this method, using array copy. Using follow. Okay, this is what we try to do just now. You copy one by one. Copy array. You write one looping, copy one by one. So this is an example. Another way we're using array copy, this function. This array copy, you have to mention source. Where is the data come from? Okay, where is the data come from? Source position, which item you need to start, which index you need to start. Target, copy to, from where to where. Okay, let's say we come back to this example. Okay, in our example, I have two arrays. Okay, I have two arrays here. Let's say 10, 20, 30, 40. I would like to copy these two numbers into my array. Okay, into my array. How to copy? Or maybe I want to copy everything first. I don't want to use this for loop. Okay, for loop sometimes you have to write your own code, so I do not want to use it. I want to use the function called array copy. Okay, get it? I'm using this array copy. Remember, array copy you have to use a library called system. System.array copy. Okay, I'll copy this code. Okay, in the system.array copy, from here you say, from here you know that the first argument is a source. Okay, I would like to copy from N1 to N2. So which one is the source? N1. So I need to mention here N1. Okay, copy from here. I would like to copy start from the first. Okay, the N1, this position starting from this position, the index will be 0. Okay, right? M1 0 means that start from this array M1 position 0. Okay, I need to copy to N2. So the next one, destination N2. Okay, destination N2. If I want to start from the first location, then I mention 0. Okay, you can see from here. Okay, source position, target array, target. And this line means that how many data you want to copy. If I want to copy everything, how many data here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I mention here 5. Got it? Okay, right? Now try it again. Now I want to copy these three numbers. Okay, these three numbers into N2 starting from index 0. So what should I do? Last three numbers, starting from source N1. You copy from here, right? N1 starting from 0, 1, 2. Okay, so this is 2. Copy to N2. Okay, N2. Maybe I want to start from the first position. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, you copy start from here. This number I would like to assign to the first item. Okay, then continue this one to the second item, 40, 50 in this case. Okay, 10, 30, 40, 50. Now I need to copy to the N2 starting from 0. How many data?
3.
3, right? Okay, these 3 data. So N1 is a source, N2 is a starting position, this 2 is a starting position, N2 is a destination. Is that destination position starting with 0, 3. Okay, right? Okay. Okay, so how about let's say now I want to print a number. Let's say 2 here. What do you think the answer print out?
50.
and 2. Where's the number? 50, yeah? 50. So run it, you get 50 here. You get it? 1, 2, 3, 50. Okay, no issue on this one. Now, more example you can refer to here. Assume now I have at least 1 until 9. 5, 3, 1. Okay. Copy the first 5 elements. Copy the first 5 elements from array 1 to array B. Okay, first 5 means that you start from the first index number. Okay. Oops. 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5 elements. Clear this one? Okay here? Okay, no issue. Very straightforward. So in your assignment, you can use an array to store data. But of course, one-dimensional array not enough. You need to at least a two-dimensional array, like a table. Okay, row and column. Okay, like a table. Okay, part 2. Okay, learning outcome in here involve a method. Okay, now you need to know. Part 1, you need to know how to create the array. Okay, what is the size for array? How to get the size for the array? Using for loop or using enhanced for loop to retrieve the number from the array. Then second, learning outcome part 2 in here, you need to know how to pass the data into a function. Okay, arguments, array argument as a function parameters, right? And explain the difference between passing primitive data type and reference data type. Okay, I believe this one you heard about it in C, and how to return the value in the array. Okay, let's say
in Java.
okay, what do you think this answer? One method here. This one is called method 1. The method 1 receive array. Okay, this array. And from inside the array, I change number to 0. Okay, first element I change to 0. So now, in my main program, I have the list 10 until 50. Pass to the method 1 here, method 1. Passing this M1 to here, to the X. Okay, after you do something here, come back to the main program, try to print out the answer for M1. What is the answer here? Some say 10, some 0. Okay, let's check for the result. You get 0. Okay, why you get 0? Array is a pointer. Pointer always pass by reference. Okay, this is an array. Array will point to a location by using memory location. So when the memory location is passed over, that means that this S also a pointer point to the same array. Okay, in this way. Okay, we have two functions here. One is a main function, another one is a method 1. You heard about the memory steps? Memory steps? No. So when the program running, always start from the main program, right? Memory steps in here, you're going, that means that the run inside your computer RAM, it will create a list of location for you to run this program. Okay. The first program is the main program. Okay, not the first program. The first function running is a main function. Okay, so inside the main function, you have one array called n1, right? Okay, so this n1 we're going to store inside the memory pool. Okay, this is an array 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, array is a pointer, so n1 is a pointer point to this memory location, right? Okay, m1 is point to this memory location. Assume this memory location at the memory location 100. That means that this pointer will store 100, right? You get that? You store 100, of course you point to here. If you store 200, you point to another location. Clear? Now you come back to this part. You say passing n1. What is the value inside n1? You have another method now. We have a method number 2. Method number 2. Method number 1. Inside method number 1, you have one pointer called x. See that? Okay, now this is the pointer x. What is the value stored inside this? X is an array. Array is a pointer. Okay, x is an array. Array is a pointer. So it means that you pass this data. This is an address. You pass the address to here. Okay, now you're passing address to here, so make this pointer point to here. Follow? Then now you change x0 equal to 0. x0 equal to 0. This one to 0. Then after finish executing, this memory location will be deallocate no more. Come back to the main. You get that? When function finish, you come back to the main. Then under the main, you're going to see that n1. What is the value inside n1? 0. Get that? So here, once you run, you get the answer is 0. Got it? Okay, what happens if I'm passing by normal integer? This one int normal value. If I change this to 100, or maybe I change to 0. This one I change to 0. Okay, initially maybe 100. I'm passing the value y. Okay, I'm passing this value y. This is a y, I'm passing the value y. So now what do you think the y printed? This time? 100, right? Okay, so once you run this part, you get the answer print out is 100. So what is the difference here? This is passed by address. Okay, on reference, this is passed by address on reference. Another one, this is passed by a value. How pass by value work? You have one more function, you have one more parameter called y. Okay, we come back to here. Inside method 1, you have one x. Just now, the x is a pointer point to this memory location. Now I'm adding another y. What happened to the y? Y is a normal memory location. Okay, you're going to store 100 inside. So meaning to say, this 100 is passed over here. So this y will get the answer 100. Okay, now just now you get this value passed over. This is an address passed over. In here, this is a number passed over. Then this y we call it as a pass by value. Again, this is a value for y 100 passed over. So whatever you change inside the y, it won't affect the original data. Okay, it won't change the original data, it just make a copy. Follow? Okay, so now you need to know what is different between pass by value. Lesson number 2, learning outcome. Difference between passing primitive data type and reference data type. Primitive data type always pass by data. Okay, like integer data type, double data type, floating point, everything is passed by data. Then array is a reference, so it's passed by address, right? Okay, example in the notes here, you can see list. When you pass it over, means that this is passed by reference. Whatever you change, it will change the original data. Array I plus 1. Okay, I think some mistake in your notes. Array I plus 1. It should be I plus equal to 1. Plus 1 means nothing to do, right? It should be plus equal to 1. Okay, change this one, plus equal to 1. In your lecture notes, slide 23. Array I plus equal to 1. We want to change the data inside, then print out the value. Okay, it just equal to plus 1 means that nothing to do. Right? This number plus 1, where to assign the data. Okay, plus equal, missing. Okay, plus equal this part. Okay, here. Okay, write this one. Pass by address. Another one, we call it as an anonymous array. Anonymous array means that the array without a name. Okay, what is the name for M1? This name, array called M1. Okay, this is an identifier, 1, right? But sometimes when I want to call the array method here, okay, I'll remove that. Okay, this adds. I can say that I would like to create an array, but this array I do not want to name it. Okay, I do not want to name this array. Right? New int. I move this one to here. Okay, I move this one to here. This is an array. Okay, integer array. So I can do it in this way. I call the function. This function requires array, right? So I pass in the array to do something. Alright? But after, let's say, you perform the method number 1, can I get back the numbers inside this array? Let's say now I want to print the data 20. Is that possible for me to print back the number? System not auto print. Can I refer back to the 20 here anymore? No. Anonymous array, it means that once you pass over, the name is not memorized by you. This array will not going to memorize again. When the function is finished, this array will be thrown away. There is no way for you to refer back to the number anymore. Again, if you want the number to be referred in the further future, you have to give a name for this array. Okay, maybe you try to give this name int something something here. You get right? Okay, anonymous here means that no name. So in here, just tell you, you can do this way. Just as I want to print the numbers only. I don't want to store this value and do the printing in the future. So I just call and print. Okay, call this one and do the printing. Okay. Yep. Just for printing purpose. Just for printing. After print, I don't care what is the value inside the array anymore. So using this anonymous. You get it? Okay, pass by value, pass by reference. Just like I mentioned, pass by value, we're going to pass by value means that whatever change will not affect your original data. Like in here, pass by reference means that whatever change inside the function, it will alter the original data. I believe you heard these two words before, right? Okay. No issue. Okay, attendance sign. Still the same? Still the same. Okay. Okay, now maybe I'll report to the FOC this for this class attendance. If you get bar because of this attendance, just show the proof. Alright? Maybe you capture the screen for today IP address. Issue for the IP address. Okay, so next one, pass by value. This is what I mentioned just now. Okay, the diagram almost same as just now. Pass by reference means that the address, memory address will be pointed by the array. Okay, assume now this is a pool of memory heap. Okay, we call it as an array. When you create the array inside the main function, it will going to create inside a memory heap. Okay, it's not inside the memory stack. This one we call it memory stack. This one we call it memory heap. One more is called memory pool. Okay, heap, pool, and memory heap, memory stack, memory pool. Okay, in here is a memory stack. Of course, exam will ask you to draw this diagram. You get that? And we are not so focused in the array in the final exam. We are sure that the array you should learn it in the C++. Okay, right? Okay, so you can see the diagram here, just to go through in the diagram. Number A1 and 2. Okay, this is a memory heap. When you create an array, it will going to store inside the memory heap. So as you know, the memory heap have two data here, 2 and 1. When the main function is executed, this array A, is a reference point to here. And now you call the function swap. Okay, then you create another one, we call it as a memory stack. Then you create one more stack just for this function swap. The integer 1, integer 2. So you have this integer 1, integer 2. See that? Okay. A0, A1. A0, A1 is passed by data or reference here. Okay, maybe come back to here. Once you're passing whole array, now refer back to this one. Line number 14. Okay, in line number 14, this N1 is passed by value or address. Address, right? Okay, this is passing the address. If I change this one to primitive data type, I still using the array. Okay, I still using the array, but in here I put a bracket 1. This is pass a reference of value. A value, you get the number 20 out and pass forward. You get that? You get this number 20. N1 refer to this data 20. You get the number 20 out and pass it over to the function. So it's the same thing as you can see from the diagram. Okay, A0, A1. You just take the number 1 and 2 pass forward. So you copy the number 2 into N2. Copy the number 1 into N1. So whatever change inside the function here, it will not affect the data inside the array. You get that? So what we call this is passing a value. Okay, whereas when you're passing the whole array, this part, okay, the passing the whole array, the name is called array here. So you have one pointer is pointing to the same location as the A pointer point. Okay, right? So you can see there's a 2 arrow from here. This arrow shows that the memory location. Let's say the array stored in the memory location 100, so 100 is passing over. See that? Okay, then the diagram here, understand that this diagram shows memory location is passed over, then this reference is pointing to here. Okay. Returning array. Okay, return array. How to return array? Function, as you know that function. Okay, this function, the white means what? No data, right? No data return. So maybe now in the function, okay, just example. Okay, now I will create one array inside the function called method 1. Okay, this is an array I create. The name is called x. How should I return this array back to the main function? Okay, main function I have one array created already. I need to wait until method 1 return for me. Okay, return the value for me, then I can do the printing from here. So how to return? How to tell the compiler this method returning array? What you should put inside here? Integer. Integer means only integer. Right now I need to return an array. So using the square. Okay, integer square. Alright. This part. So what need to do here? Return. What should return? The x, the whole array. Okay, so this is a way to return the array. X is an array. Now this array, x is an integer data type from here. So return back to here. So I can do the printing. This printing of course 0, you get the answer 1 display. Okay, you get this answer 1 display. Clear that? Not only return integer data type, double data types, you can return whole array using this way. Okay, so inside the notes telling you in here, this is a return data type. Of course, return data type, you need to cache the data. If you did not cache the data, let's say I call this function, can I refer back to the array anymore? There is no data. When this function return the data to you, but you did not cache it. You did not store it into any memory or any pointer here. Can you refer back to this data anymore? No. Once the finish, once the method finish over here, this location x will be going to release. Okay, because no pointer is pointing to the certain memory location, we call it as a garbage. So the garbage collector from the Java, you're going to clear all the unused memory. Okay, so no more, you can't refer to this array anymore unless you store. Okay, unless you're going to store in here, then at least they still have pointer point to this array. Then it's not called as a garbage. Follow on. This one should be M1. Clear? Okay, no issue here. Garbage value, return the array. You create one list, then return the results. Okay, return the result back to the function call. So these two point to this data. These two, let's say these two. Okay, the diagram did not show up. We should have one list 2 here. List 1, list 2. Okay, anyway, how? This is a way to return. Okay, next part, the variable length argument list. Okay, certain time when you look for your lecture note, you see there is one called self-study. Okay, this self-study means that it won't cover in the final exam. Bear in mind, every time you see the self-study, of course, if you're hardworking to prepare the final exam, you can do the study. Okay, or if you do not have a time, you can skip this topic. Okay, now what is mentioned for this variable length? Last week I do mention this dot dot dot, right? Okay, this dot 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 means what? Void. Okay. In here I can pass in using array. Okay. In here I can pass in using array. If you don't want to make it as an array, what you can do, you put this dot 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 over here. You get it? 3 dots cannot be 4 dots. Only 3 dots acceptable. You cannot put 2 dots. If 2 dots is a compilation error. Okay. 4 dots also a compilation error. Compiler only accept 3 dots. Okay. Now, what is the use for these 3 dots? Sometimes we want to pass in the data to the function, but we do not know how many parameters. Okay, we do not know how many. Sometimes I want to pass in 1 parameter. Sometimes I want to pass in 2. Sometimes I want to pass in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the argument here is not fixed. You get that? Once the argument here is not fixed, then we have to use the 3 dots over here. You get that? So what is the result print out from here? This part. You're passing 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to get the answer 1, 2, 3, 4 also, right? This is an enhanced for loop. For each value inside x, x is an array. Okay, for each value inside the x, you try to print out the value for this I. I is a value. Now you try it out, you get this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's no limit how many arguments that you can pass in, especially if you want to do the sum. Just example, I want to sum up 2 data. Sometimes I want to sum up 4 data, 3, 5 data, and so on. So in that case, you need to use a 3 dot. Alright, this part clear? What is the difference? What is the difference if I use an array? I still get the result, right? I still get the results. So why I need to use a 3 dot? If you're using the array, be sure that you can only pass in one parameters. You get that? If defined as an array, only one parameter, this parameter it should be array also. Get that? So if you put a 3 dot means that there's no limit that you can use a comma to pass in. Okay, so this is an additional info for you. And also array, you can do many things. You can try to sort using the array. Java util.array. Okay, maybe in the case, just show one example for sorting. Okay, the codes over here are going to print out the same numbers. Okay, 68243. Okay, 68243. Okay, right? Sometimes if the question asks you to do the sorting, I want to print the data in this array in ascending order. That means that number 2 comes first, followed by 3, 4, 6, 8 in ascending order. What should you do? You may write a function called sorting, right? Yeah, you can try to write a function called sorting, or you can try to use a library here. There's one library called sort. Okay, sort an array into ascending order of its elements. Okay, for this one you need to use a Java util.array. Copy this. Okay, first of all, you need to import the Java util.arrays. Import here. Okay, import Java util.array. Then how to do the sorting? You have this function array.sort. You get that? Array.sort allows you to pass in the data. Let's say now I want to sort this array X. Okay, so you can pass in this way. Array.sort, pass in the value. Then from here try out and see whether you get the data in sorted way. Okay, so now this is a way to sort the array. You get right? Okay, so array.sort, you sort the array. You don't need to write your own, especially for your assignment. Maybe you want to sort according to the day, or maybe to the time frame. You want to do the booking right reservation. Okay, so I need to see maybe which customer have highest amount. Okay, the sort according to the membership fees or whatever. Okay, do it in this way. Okay, other than this, we have two-dimensional array. Now, array in one-dimensional, this is a one-dimensional. Okay, two-dimensional, two bracket, two-dimensional. So in the two-dimensional, the first dimension always refer to rows. Okay, the second dimension always refer to columns. Okay, so let's say now I would like to have a two-dimensional array store this data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in here, how many rows and columns? How many rows, column? 2 rows, right? Okay, 2 rows and 3 columns. So 2 rows and 3 columns in this way. Then of course you can try to assign one by one. I don't think anyone will do it in this way. 0, 0, then equal to 1. Continue, copy 0, 1 equal to 2, 3, 4, and so on. Anyone doing it this way? This is row 1. The first one refer to the row. First row, first column 1. First row, second column 2, 3, 4, and so on. Any better way? You can use a nested follow or else what you can do here. Okay, initialize directly. This is an array. Okay, so inside the bracket in here, we can split it into 2 more brackets here. This is a first row, then second row. Okay, first row, second row. In this case. Same thing as your programming last time, right? Okay, first row, second row. First row, the data 1, 2, and 3. Okay, second row, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so you don't need to assign one by one here, or else you can try to use a looping also can. Okay, so how to print out? Let's say I would like to print the first row, second column. First row, second column, X. First row, index 0. Okay, column. Second column is 1. So you print out the answer number 2. Okay, no issue. Follow right? Okay, Now in the array, is it necessary to have the same columns? The first row with 3 columns, the second row must be 3 columns enough. Is it necessary? Now can I create 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yes, you can do. You can do this. There is no limit. Say that the column must be same. You can have this one 3 columns and this one 5 columns also can. But how to do the looping to print out the result? When this is a 2-dimensional array, how many loopings you need? 2. Okay, 2 loopings. So means that the first looping always refer to the row, second loopings always referring to the columns. Row equal to 0. Row less than how many? Okay, try to think of. If I want to use a for loop to print out the result 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over here, what should I do? Alright, this part. Row less than 2. Column 5. 5. Okay, test the result. Any error? Yes, because first row do not have column number 4, column number 5, right? So now we try to run it. You should get this error say that array index alpha bound means that there is no such index number. Okay, right? Any solution? Any solution? Using len, okay, using len. Okay, usually for array we try to draw in table format, row and column, right? You used to draw in this way. But actually what's stored inside the memory? Okay, what's stored inside the memory? We say that this array is two rows, right? 2 rows, you're going to do it in this way, 2 rows. Okay, then each of the row here is referring to the columns. Okay, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, right? Okay, So this is the first dimension, this is the second dimension. Okay, first dimension, second dimension. So when I say this part, I need to know what is a x. X of course, x is a pointer. S is a pointer. This pointer point to here. So this pointer always point to the first dimension. Alright, so when we say s dot length, s dot length. What is the answer for s dot length? What is the answer? S dot length? 2, right? S is a pointer point to the first dimension. So s dot length equal to 2. Right? Then the second dimension, I cannot say 5. If 5 means that the second row is correct, but first row is invalid. Okay, we do the looping. So what should I change here? This x refer to the row. Okay, the row 0 means that the first dimension, I need to get the size. 0 means here, x0 means that this one, I need to get this size. x1 means this one, I need to get this size. So here I should say r dot the length. Okay here? Okay, let's try it out. So get this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it? Clear? Or you may refer to your notes here, it's actually mentioned here, the first dimension, second dimension. At 0 dot length, yeah, the 0 refer to here. Dot length, this is a 1. Okay, this one. X means that this array, so s dot length, you get the first dimension, answer returning is 3. Clear this part? Okay, yeah, you can refer to here also, array dot length. Okay, what is the answer returned here? Array dot length. Array dot length returning 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 rows, right? Okay, 4 rows. Array dot length returning false. Then array 0 dot length. 0 means that the first row. First row, how many size here? 3. So returning 3. So all others is 3. Since here is the same size. Okay, or you can try to refer to this example. Meaning to say in the 2-dimensional array, they may have different columns. Okay, different columns. 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, and so on. Alright. Okay, no more. Okay, so finish chapter number 2 very fast today. Sorry, before we go, try to give a solution for this answer. Anyone done? Can share? Maybe we spend another 10 minutes to show this answer. Anyone would like to show? In your PC. In your PC. Okay, can you try to join classroom?
priority 用到 resource 到一样啊，就是给你 priority load 先，如果没有人用的话，然后你时间就你要现在拿，想到不够啊。很多时候有时候这个看评估蛮低好一点。你在今年有考这个片？这为什么？然后每天用是每个月收1个月半的税，我一个生要还3个月，3个月。
Okay, can try to join the Google Classroom. There is one Gmail here. Okay, let me generate this Gmail. Okay. Can you try to join and present your answer? Just take a look. You using this, Jimmy. Anyone finish? Can try to share your answer. Just make it as a quick sharing. Done. Join the reading. Or joining, okay. Okay, you can try to present your answer. Just show to them. For those who not sure how to get, maybe later on you will. Okay, try to get it. Okay, any question that before you leave? For this chapter, next week we start from the new topics already, object-oriented concept. So for chapter 1 to 3, it's just an introduction to Java. Okay, so next week we go to the main topic. Okay, once again, a reminder for attendance, if you cannot sign in, try to capture the screen as a proof. Okay, capture the screen as a proof. In case in the future, maybe the attendance bar list show you did not attend, you need to show the proof for today. Okay, just capture the screen. Okay, can scroll up a bit. Okay, this is number you enter, the largest number. Can enlarge the output. Okay, enlarge the output. Yeah. Okay, so now you key in this number. The elements count 6 number here, 5 and 4. All right. Okay. Hide this output panel. Let's show the console. Okay. Yeah. For those who would like to have the answer, you quickly you may join in or take a photo here. You may join to the Google Classroom and print screen for the answer. Okay, yeah, scroll up. Scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, right. Got the answer? Got it? Okay. Right, so you got the answer. Maybe just for today we can try and end the class a little bit early. Just for today.